Self-control is not about saying no to pleasure. It's about realizing that most of what you call pleasure is actually a sophisticated form of self-torture. You've been lied to, I've been lied to. We are told that living in the moment means chasing every itch and indulging every impulse. But if you look at your life, how many of those moments left you feeling powerful? And how many left you feeling free? Most of us aren't chasing joy. We're just running away from ourselves. We call it a high, but it's really just a temporary truce with our own shadows. I know this because I've lived it. In my younger years, I developed a heavy dependency on cannabis. At the time, I convinced myself it helped me relax, it helped me think deeper, and even helped me be more creative. It would get me in the zone. But slowly, something changed. It stopped being something I chose and started becoming the background of my life. Every uncomfortable emotion had the same answer: postpone reality for escapism. And that's when I realized something uncomfortable. The things I call my comforts were actually my chains. And today, we're dissecting 10 harsh truths about addiction, regret, and self-mastery through the lens of the great Stoic minds like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Truth number 10 is the one most people spend their entire lives avoiding, because once you see it clearly, you can no longer blame your circumstances, your past, or the world around you. You're left with only one thing: your choices. For anyone that's new, I'm Andrew, a filmmaker fascinated by culture and the mechanics of the human mind. Now, let's get into the truths that save us from ourselves. Number 1 is the poison in the honey. If it feels good for a moment, but heavy forever, it's not pleasure, it's poison. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should wipe out impression and stay the impulse. Addiction always wears the mask of comfort, but the weight you carry the next morning reveals its true face. If the aftertaste is bitter, the meal wasn't worth it. This of course goes to all the activities you feel guilty after doing. Truth number 2, the mirage of false goods. Anything that rewards you now but regrets you later is not worth your time. Seneca often spoke about false goods, things that glitter like gold but crumble when you touch them. If it shatters your peace the moment the high fades, it wasn't a gift, it was a loan with a predatory interest rate. Truth number 3, the soul expansion test. If it steals your peace after it gives you a high, walk away. Real pleasure expands your soul and leaves you centered. Fake pleasure, addictive pleasure, leaves a vacuum. As Epictetus taught, no man is free who is not a master of himself. If your pleasure makes you a slave, it's an enemy. When you need your high to function in your daily life, this becomes a burden, not a pleasure. And if you enjoy the video, do not forget to subscribe to watch a new video every Friday. Let's get back to it. Number 4, the tomorrow filter. Choose what strengthens you after, not what weakens you after. The Stoic test is simple. How do you feel in the morning? If you wake up diminished, you didn't treat yourself. You cheated yourself. Plant today to harvest tomorrow. Number 5, the dopamine cliff. Short-term comfort with long-term pain is a trap. Short-term effort with long-term growth is freedom. Dopamine could be seen like a compass, but it's often broken. It points toward the nearest cliff because it wants the reward without the work. Mastery is learning to ignore the compass when it points toward the edge. Some of the most addictive substances multiply your dopamine baseline levels by 2.5 or 3.5 times, cocaine being one of them, as drugs block your dopamine transporter in your brain and keep the levels higher for longer. When the system, your brain, wants to produce dopamine naturally with the healthy activities like sports, sex, or well-being, the subject, you, will find less pleasure in these activities. Number 6, the price of admission. If the price is your self-respect, the cost is too high. You have to live with yourself 24/7. No substance or distraction is worth looking into the mirror and hating the person looking back at you. When the substance or activity is changing who you are with yourself and your loved ones, this is when quitting is cheaper than lifelong repentance. Number 7, the art of sabotage. Do things you're proud of tomorrow, not ashamed of tonight. Addiction is the ultimate act of self-sabotage. It is the art of burning down your future just to keep your present warm for 5 minutes. Instant gratification is the enemy of a solid foundation. Truth number 8, the brutal interest rate. Real pleasure doesn't rob your future to pay for your present. True joy compounds over time. It builds interest. False joy is a payday loan. You get the cash now, but the debt will eventually bankrupt your spirit. And the worst part is that you cannot know the interest rate you'll be paying for the rest of your life. Number 9, the hidden break-in. If it leaves you weaker, it wasn't worth the moment. Anything that doesn't contribute to your inner citadel, your mental strength, is secretly dismantling it. If you aren't building, you're breaking. And life is all about building blocks. We fall into these traps because we think we are choosing pleasure. We aren't. We're choosing escape. We call it living, even as it drains the very life of our veins. This leads us to the final truth, the one we avoid because it demands radical, painful honesty. Number 10, the teacher called it regret. Regret is life's way of saying, choose better next time. Most people think regret is punishment. It isn't. Regret is a signal. It is your soul's way of screaming that you are capable of more. Every late night crash, every empty morning, every moment of shame is life whispering, you already know what harms you. Now, finally, choose what heals you. And let me tell you that the goal of self-mastery isn't to live a life devoid of fun. It's to remove anything that destroys you while disguised as fun. Fun can be found in many shapes and forms. We just have to find our preferred playground in this short but sweet game we call life. The lesson is this: freedom is not the ability to do whatever you want. It is the power to do what is right for you, even when your impulses scream otherwise. Stop emptying yourself for things that don't love you back. Pursue what expands you. That is the only path to a life without the weight of repentance and regret. Self-mastery isn't a destination you reach, it's a muscle you flex every single time you choose your future self over your current impulse. And start with one no today so you can say yes to a life you're actually proud of tomorrow. So, are you experiencing something that you would like to change but do not know how to? Maybe a past addiction that is leaning back into your life. I have created a one-page action plan which you can download for free on the link in the description. It is 3 steps to slowly remove an addiction or an activity you think that is harming you. If this video resonated with you, hit the like button and leave a comment below. I will answer all your thoughts. Also, ask yourself, what's one false pleasure you're ready to leave behind, and which one do you think you can't live without? Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon to receive that notification every time I upload the next video. And now you can go and watch this video here about what short form videos do to our brains and how we can regulate our social media consumption. And that is a wrap for this one, but I will see you on the next one.